With 1.20 having been out for a couple of weeks now, I am here to give you a review. Is 1.20 worth it? Is it a great update? Or is it a bad one? Well, why don't we find out together? So we're going to go over every topic that has been added in Minecraft 1.20 and I'll give you my thoughts. What could go better? Is it good? Is it a great addition or not? Before I started making us this episode, I went around and asked some people some questions. So I went to the Facebook groups of Minecraft and I asked around, what do you think of the 1.20 update? A lot of them said, yes, amazing. Some of them said, meh. And some of them said, yeah, not really my vibe. Why don't we start off with the biomes? So with the biomes we have the cherry wood and the cherry grove, and I think they are a nice looking biome. They gave a really distinguished atmosphere with these ambient that comes from the leaves, and I think walking around in it looks really cool, and I think it's really peaceful biome to walk in. And the wood, the pink wood, is not really my player style, but I think it's nice to have a new palette, and I think it could be used in some gradients or something like that. And people who like to build with pink color stuff, it is a great addition, so that you have now like fence gates and slabs and stairs in all different variants to use, so you can make your build a little bit more different than just normal blocks. And a cool thing that has been added to it is the pink petals, and I think they are a great opportunity to decorate your world and your landscape, because as a landscaper myself, I really like to have new flowers and new stuff to add it, and then you can make so much variance. It doesn't look like you have spent like lilies of the valleys everywhere, for example. It looks really cool, and even though you can make a path with it, just like orienting them on different sides, you can just make a path. Now to the other wood that has been added, and that is the bamboo wood, and I think these are great additions as well. The color is really cool, and it is kind of like the hay bale roofs we've always wanted. Now we can have them with the stripped bamboo wood. They look really cool, and it's a really nice yellow color. One other thing I think is definitely amazing is that you can make from bamboo planks, you can make chests, which is an easy way to make chests now, because otherwise you have to like place a lot of saplings and mine it all down, craft it into blocks, and then make chests. And you use all your decorative wood that you can use for builds or terraforming, of making trees. Definitely in the beginning of your Minecraft adventure, you can use bamboo. You don't need a different farm, you just need a sword. And that is what I think is going to be amazing and a great start if you found bamboo in your world, that you can farm it, place a lot of them down, and it will help you a lot with making chests, making hoppers, and all kind of redstone-y stuff. You don't need to use your wood anymore. You can just use your wood for building. Otherwise you need to plant wood for making chests, and you need wood for your builds. Now you can use bamboo. And now we go to the archaeology factor. I think the archaeology is really cool with the brush. It's an easy obtainable object, and you can use really quickly in all of different places. Finding these shirts and these armor trims, but let's go over the shirts first. I think it's really cool that you can now make big pots. A little bit of a minor thing, I think, is that you can't place any flowers in it. You can put a flower pot on it and it has the same color in there, put a flower in, but it would be cool to have them accessible with flowers. So with that, I think the shirts are really cool. They have a really cool looking texture. Even with pots, you can combine them as whatever you want, and it gives a nice building, like decorating opportunity, which is really cool. And you can even remove him and start over again. So that is, I think it's a really great addition to it. Another great thing about the shirts is that they are not craftable. I think this is a great opportunity for people to keep on exploring their worlds. Most people in the first, they enter their world and then they found a place and then they look for all the items they need and they go back to their base and they live there forever. But now you can just go around and search. They make you search, and that is a great addition. Another great addition they have added is the armor trims, and they look really cool. All the different sides, all different pieces, you can color code whatever you want. You can color code your different armor. Let's say you have an armor for going to the nether with all fire protection on it. then it's no problem. You see it's with the gold stripes. It's this one. Yeah, it looks cool. Or you want to go and raid an ocean monument. You have one with Aqua Infinity and all that stuff on your helmet with the projectile protection, because I think that is what damages the most. So you have a little bit more of a safer armor to go underwater. Like if the Tridents guys attack, you have a little bit more of defense. And that you can color, for example, blue. I think this is a great addition to color code your armor, know which armor is which. I'm a little bit pro and con against the netherite upgrade. I think for one example it's really good because you have to stay lit diamond a little bit longer, but you can also easily obtain diamond armor with the villagers if you're going to make a villager trading hall. Thank you for the egg, by the way, chicken. You can use the armor, you can make armor really easy and make tools really easy, but you have to have the netherite upgrade. Of course, to make one, you have to spend 7 diamonds. And that thing, I think it's really costly because the netherite itself is costly as well. But yeah, that's why I'm a little bit pro and con. What are your thoughts about it? Are you pro or are you against it? Let me know in the comment section down below. I really want to know. But there is one big flaw with the armor trims. And that is the elytra. Why are you not on the elytra? I don't understand, Mojang. We have these elytras for years. Of course, if I use my elytra, I have a cape from the migration. This is my migration cape. So I have them a little bit colored, but I can change it. I want to change my elytra. This is one of the things that I have added to my 1.20 wish list. I'm gonna put a link here on the top of the video. This is one thing I wanted to color your elytra, to dye it. I had, for example, said that you can use like banners, like you do on shields. You can then make your elytra. But why can't we use the armor trims on elytra? Let's say you have the wart armor trim. Why not put like a warp-shaped face on the elytra and the color you want? This would be cool. And Mojang, I really hope you're listening to this. Please add that to the Minecraft. Armor trims for elytras. Please, please, please. So that is one thing I'm a little bit disappointed by, that you can't color your elytras. What would be also cool? Horse lovers out there, you can use an armor trim on horse armor. I know a lot of people use elytras to fly, but I think there are also a lot of people who prefer the horse. I'm looking at you, beat-ups. Like you have an iron horse armor with golden stripes. You could be the king, you know. The archaeology is, in my opinion, something that has been added good, like the armor trims shirts. There are some tweaks that I want to do about it, but in the long term as well, when they have a new update and they make a new biome or a new structure and they want to add some more shirts, they can. They have the option to have a new armor trim, a new shirt. This thing is infinite. Like in 10 years from now, we're going to have like 50 armor trims and 100 shirts. Now on to the next topic. There are mobs. First of all, let's start with the camel. And the camel is a cool mob that you can now use with 2 players. So on servers for games to make, it's a co-op game you can make now with the camel. One can drive it, one can shoot the mobs or shoot the targets or whatever, which is really cool. And I really love the addition of the camel. It's always cool. Also cool that they don't jump but dash. But there is one minor detail that they have missed. Why can't we put carpet on them? Like llamas, you can put carpet on them. They give another texture for a rug that goes on the llama. Why not on the camel, Mojang? They do it in the wild. When you travel, when you see a group of travelers with camels, they have rugs on them. Why not in Minecraft? This could be a great addition. And then we go to the other mob, the sniffer. And I'm really happy this is in the game because this was my vote. My mob vote. I also have a video about it. Going to put it here on the top of the video. My mob vote was for the sniffer. And that is because as a landscaper, it's always cool to have new plants. And we have 2 new amazing plants. The torchflower and the pitcher plant. And I think these are 2 cool additions. And I kind of love that they are not renewable, so you have to make a sniffer farm. I think that's really cool. One minor detail is they picked the torchflower for breeding the sniffers, which I think is really good that they use one of the ancient seeds, because this is the thing that they look for. But I kind of hope that you could use both of those seeds. Because after all, if you want to use a lot of torchflowers, you kind of need them also for breeding, so you don't use all your torchflowers. And I think if you wanna, it could be cool that you can have both of them to use it for breeding. Now we go over to the redstone compartment. First of all, the chiseled bookshelves look really cool. I like the mechanic that you can place books. It can give you like an interior a little bit, can give you more variations than just the standard bookshelves, and then use the loom for empty bookshelves. Now you can make all the different things. One thing I think that could be changed is that the colors are the same for the placement of the book. So if that book is placed on this corner, it's always going to be that color. But what if you could color your books? You can then color a book and that color will be in that place. You could give more variation to the thing. Like books have a leather color, but you can color that leather. You can have a black book or a brown book or a pink book if you want to, but that way you can color your library. And I think it's also an easier way as an extra bonus to find your book back. All your Silk Touch books you can color red, for example, and then you know, oh, I need to look for a red book. Oh, this is it. I found it. Now you have to go to every book and found it, and ages later you have finally found your Silk Touch book. But with the color code, I think this could be really cool and really fun to be added. But now let's go on to the next thing that has been added for the redstone compartment, and that is the calibrated skulk sensor. And I think this is a great revolutionary product for Minecraft. With the skulk added in 1.19, it has been a great thing to do, and for redstoners, not like me for example, it is great that you can now transport redstone signals wirelessly. And I think that's really cool, but the skulk sensor had a little bit of a flaw that can have signals from everywhere. This was a little bit harsh and a little bit hard to do for redstoners. And with this calibrated skulk, you can now determine which signal goes through. So if it's putting a piece of armor on or off, or passing by, or an item that drops, or something completely different. Now you can channel out the sound you want to use, and that can give a signal. This is a great revolution of redstone, but there is a sad thing. I have not seen many YouTubers use calibrated skull sensors for redstone. I haven't seen. It's like it has never entered the 1.20, and I think it's really sad. I think, well, why aren't you using it that much? I'm not using it. I'm not a redstoner. I want to try use it. I have some ideas maybe for a future video, but I'm not a redstoner. But why don't you use it? Like I see great guys like Mumbo or like Doc. They are doing redstone. They are doing lots of redstone, but have they used the calibrated skulk sensor in their video? No, of course they are much too busy with these wars against each other. And then the next thing they have added is the hanging signs, and I love them. The different formations they can give. The one with the bar on the top is also cool. Like you can make some kind of a fence, and that you can change the back and the front that have a different text. Like you can have store with on the front side open and the other side closed, which is really a cool addition. Color coding them differently is also really cool. The greatest thing they have added to Minecraft 1.20 with the sign department, and I mean the greatest, is being able to edit your sign. Being able to edit your sign is really cool, and I think it gives great opportunities and much of a less struggle, and this is something I have wanted for years and years in Minecraft, and we are finally here this day. But I think they have added a cool addition as well. You can also wax your sign. With waxing, you can make them not being able to edit. So when you put your sign on your chest for, let's say, oh, here's my stone stuff, and you want to open your chest, but you accidentally click your sign, you go to the edit page, and now you do not with the wax. And I think this is a great addition, and it works the same way as copper. Wax on, wax off with your axe. Karate Kid all over the place here. Editing the signs is a great addition, and it gives a lot of opportunity. Of course, it's just a minor thing, just a minor decorative thing, but being able to do that is really amazing. One other thing that I am so sad to hear about is that the Fletcher's table is still not usable. I am one of the guys that still hopes that the fletching table will be used once a day, one time in Minecraft, and not just a villager trading thing. All this, the other stuff, even the blacksmith was longly not a usable block, only decorative, but they have added it to upgrade to netherite or to now for the armor trims. But the fletching table is still there. It would be really cool to use the fletching table for making dipped arrows. Why, Mojang? Why are you still waiting for that? Give us something to do with the fletching table, I beg you. That is one of the saddest things. I still hope the fletching table will one day be there as a block that can be of use. Mojang, please do it. Do it. Okay, this is going to be it for the episode, but I have one conclusion to make still. What is 1.20? Is 1.20 worth playing? Is it a great update or not? And I think it is a good update. I think overall the game has been... It's taking people back to play Minecraft. I love the new stuff they have added as a builder, as a terraformer. I love the new blocks, the new plants. But it has some flaws, and I think with the armor trims, yeah, they missed some stuff with the camels as well, and I'm not gonna repeat everything that I said earlier, but I think it has some flaws, and it could be at some levels so much better with just some minor details that can be considered added. So let me know, what do you think of Minecraft 1.20? Do you love it? Do you like it? Is it good? Do you hate it? Let me know in the comment section down below. I really want to know what you guys think. So I see you guys later, and if you want to know what predictions I had for 1.20, this is the video you're gonna want to watch.